Are you ready to deck your halls for the winter season? So are we. Jessie here from Tonkadale, and today we're going to decorate 4 spruce top pots. If you've watched our videos in the past, we've shown you how to construct a spruce top pot time and time again. So go back in the archives and take a look if you need more specific instruction about the mechanics and building of a spruce top pot. A few key pointers to get you started so you can create your shopping list before you get to the store. We're stuffing our spruce top pots in potting soil. We like the Tonka potting mix because it holds a lot of water. It's nice and heavy, so these things won't blow over. So you're going to need Tonka, 1 bundle of spruce tops to fill a 12-inch pot, and a couple of bundles of Norway pine to do the skirting. I love me a lot of Norway pine in my spruce top pot, so I'm going to add a little bit more to give you an idea about how to insert the fresh greens into the soil. Everything that was living and is now not will get a fresh cut. I like to use a hand pruner to get a fresh cut on all of my greens, including the spruce tops. Let's remove some of the needles on the bottom of the stem so that we have a nice clean stem to insert. When we're inserting our greens, let's work with the greens and the way they flow. We want to create a nice fluffy tutu around the base. Make sure to take advantage of all the greens. We got several cuts out of this one piece of Norway pine. I'm going to skirt my spruce top pot all the way around with Norway pine. Give it a nice cohesive look. Our first recipe calls for some lovely winter neutrals. I love pine cones and magnolia together because of that nice coppery hue. We're going to use curly willow as well, and then I've chosen a couple of our faux stems that can definitely go outdoors. A trick that I like to use with curly willow is to simply take the entire bundle and attach it to a bamboo stick, because all of these little skinny stems are difficult to insert into our big heavy pot. So I have my bamboo stem, and I'm going to take a 7-inch zip tie and go all the way around, zip it tight. Check this out. I hope you're wearing shoes. I'm about to knock your socks off. Ready? Fire! 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 How do we look? Looking good, looking fiery, looking twiggy. Next, we'll go in with the magnolia. I do like to make sure this gets inserted into the potting soil, give everything a fresh cut, because all of our greens will continue to take up water until they freeze solid. Go just around the front of the pot. We don't need to decorate the back. And I like to keep any greens, leaves, and things kind of down around the lower third of my container. This is a big guy. At this point in your design, once you have all of your fresh items inserted into your soil, you're going to make sure you're outside, and we're going to spray them down with wilt stop. Wilt stop is a natural pine resin that coats the needles and keeps the moisture in. So it's really quite valuable in keeping your greens green and fresh all the way into the new year. Next, I'm going to put in my pine cones. We have all kinds of pine cones on a stick. That makes them easy to manage. And I like my cones perky cones. Kind of grouped in the center, nice and perky. I love this gold, wild looking pine. Most of our stems are suitable for outdoors and are definitely water resistant. If you have any questions about that, just ask us. We've used many of these stems over and over again. You just gotta wake everything up, you know. Just say good morning, wake them up, spread everybody out. We have a wire cutter in case we need to cut these down to size. Oh yes. Ooh, do we like it? So cute. Last, we have these faux feathers, and this year we have this more tawny butterscotch color. I have to look at it. It's so beautiful. my feathers, I might kind of create a diagonal line here, like a swag. All right, recipe 1 is complete. I don't even know if I can go on. My heart is stopped. It is so pretty. This is something you can enjoy long into the new year. Remember, we're decorating for the season, not just the day. So winter neutrals are a way to extend the season. Next recipe, we're going to use kind of some more woodland elements. I have some beautiful yellow dogwood. We're going to put in white birch branches, sensual cedar, incense cedar, cones, and berries. So what I should have done is had someone sharpen these birch poles for me because the ends are quite blunt, but I do think I can still get them in. I'm going to use 2, one high and one low. And my tool of choice for this activity is the rubber mallet. Feeling real strong right now. Use an entire bundle of yellow dogwood. I am going to trim this down a bit so it's not poking me in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 10 per bundle. That is the perfect amount to get twiggy with it. I can just lean into it. So what I'm trying to do is kind of grab each stem and push it into place. Burst of color coming right up the middle. Okay, up we go, back on the table. Let's do incense cedar. I love the incense cedar because of the gold dangles, and they match the yellow dogwood perfectly. So check out these chunks. We want to look for kind of where the nodes are. Those are great places to make a chop. And watch your fingies. You can cut at an angle to make that insertion nice and smooth. And again, we're just going to do the front of our pot with this more decorative green. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. I love the smell of fresh greens. All right, that looks good. And again, you're going to spray all of your greens down with Wilt Stop. Wilt Stop won't stop. These are bleached cones, like really, they're bleached. Isn't that fun? And I want to use several cones because they're smaller so we can see them. Angle of insertion, folks. There you go. That looks good. Then we have some really pretty berries. What I'm going to need to get through this wired stem is actually a bolt cutter. You might have one of these in your garage. I would suggest investing in your own toolbox that the people you live with don't touch. No touchy my toolbox. Those are the rules. Add a little bit of brightness. Again, decorating for the season, not just the day. So the really pretty rosy, orangey, yellowy tones of this berry are just so cute. So cute. I think we're gonna stop right there. I'm happy with it. More of an organic look, if you will. On to the next. Making a mess here. Okay, our last 2 recipes are going to feature some more traditional looks. Here we go. Silver fir is another of my favorite greens. I actually love them all. I want to show you how to use it. So fir is flat, and we like silver fir because the back side of the needles has this beautiful silver color. So what I like to do is prep my individual pieces, and then I insert them sideways so that we can see how pretty the back side is. And I'm always going to face it the same way. Silver fir is the most fragrant green. A lot of folks will use it in centerpieces because of the fragrance. Woo! We're gonna come in with the twigs. This is red twig dogwood. It's a beautiful burgundy red color. And we're gonna use the whole bundle. I mean, of course we are. Look at how branchy these are, aren't they cool? Red twig dogwood's really cool because you can get a lot of bang for your buck. So I can use the tops and the bottoms. This is gonna be kind of fun because we're gonna have it come in out in all different directions. Well, let's do a few adjustments. This is beautiful. It's called baby eucalyptus. And we're going to use a similar trick to what we did with the curly willow. I'm going to remove several of the bottom leaves. All right, let's bundle it so it's easy to use. We're gonna use some of our scraps. A lot of us love blueberry juniper. It is a little bit wild and difficult to work with. I like using the faux blueberry juniper. It's so much easier to manage and the berries stay on. Lastly, some wild looking berries. Wire cutter. So festive. Oh, should we put a bird on it? All right, one more recipe to go. Okay, last one. This recipe is going to feature Jeffrey cones, beautiful cardinal dogwood. Look at that pinky red tone, Oregonia or variegated boxwood, and some metallic red berries, and probably a bow. All right, let's get started with the Oregonia. I think we know the drill by now on sticks, cones, and berries. I'll quickly show you the Oregonia. These bundles are generous bundles. So I like to prep my bundle first by giving everything a fresh cut. Most pieces will easily divide into two. Oregonia is beautiful to poke into fresh wreaths outdoors. Just make sure to secure it down with some zip ties or wire. Twiggies next. Berries. Got our berries right in front, and we're going to frame them with 3 cones all in a row. Bing, boom, bam, bam, ba da bam, 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 bam. Should we put a bow on it? All right, we're gonna do it. We need a bow. Look at this ribbon. So when I'm making a bow for a spruce top pot, I like to start with a tail, then I give it a pinch. I'm gonna make 5 loops. 1 pinch, 2, you can vary the size of the loop, 3, 4, my 5th loop ensures that my final tail is pointing down, which I like. Now I have my taped wire. I can go right around the middle of my loops and lock it down tight. So from here, we can tape our bow right on a stick, or you could wire it directly onto your spruce top. Love it. This picks up so many colors. There's kind of a creamy beige, a teal, an emerald green. I can see this working in a lot of places. For now, it's working for us right here. Kind of fun thing I like to do, if you have enough length, is tie a little knot. It's kind of a cute way to finish it. And roll the ends. 1, 2, tie a little knot,
and roll the ends. 1, 2.
All right, that's what we have for Spruce Top Pot decorating. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Tonkadale.
To the window, to the wall, to my spruce tops deck my halls, my pine cones big and small.
So cute.
That's it.